Welcome to Kofomath. My name is David Jenga, and welcome to Integers on ACT Part 1. Let's go. So in here, we have the first question here. We are asked if x and y are positive integers such that the greatest common factor of x squared, y squared, and xy cubed is 27, then which of the following could y be equal to? So in this case, the best thing or what you need to do is to find the GCF. So you're going to find the greatest common factor of x squared, y squared, and xy cubed. So this one, notice here, when we are finding the GCF, we take each of the variables, but we take the smallest, the one with the smallest power. So for this one, we are going to take x squared, and for this one, we are going to take x power 1. So we have x squared here and x power 1 here. So when we are taking the GCF, we'll pick the one with the smallest power, which is x. And for y squared and y cubed, we pick y squared. Then you equate that to 27. Now we need to write 27 in this format. Here we have x multiplied by y squared. Notice that y squared is a perfect square. So if we write 27 like that, it is like multiplying 3 times 9. But we know 9 can be written as 3 squared. So we can actually see that y squared here is equal to 3 squared, meaning that y is 3. And that is the answer for that. Quite easy. Second question, what is the smallest possible integer for which 15% of that integer is greater than 2.3? Let that integer be x. So 15% is 15 out of 100 of x should be greater than 2.3. So in short here, you can decide to multiply both sides by 100 and you get 15x would be greater than 2300. Then divide both sides by 15, divide both sides by 15, and notice that this will be x will be greater than 15 goes into 2300, 15.333 times. And since we are being asked the smallest possible integer, after 15.333, the next number that comes is 16. Therefore, 16 is the smallest integer because 15.33 is not an integer. So the next integer is 16. Question number 3. If g is an integer, which of the following could not be equal g squared? Notice that g squared is a perfect square. So we are only going to check which number is not a perfect square. 0 is perfect, 1 is perfect, 4 is perfect because the square root is 2, 8 is not perfect, 9 is a perfect square. So the correct answer here is D, 8. Next, the product of two integers is between 137 and 149. Which of the following cannot be one of the integers? If you take 15, for example, the first one, if you multiply 15 by 9, you get 135. That is outside the range we are given. If you take 15 times 10, that gives you 150. It is outside the range. So without even checking the others, we know 15 is already out. And the answer is 15. If you want to check the others, we know 13 times 11, that's 143. And 10 times 14 could be 140. And 7 times 20 could be 140. So therefore 15 is the correct answer there. Then question number 5. When x is divided by 7, the remainder is 4. You take x, you divide by 7. You will get a quotient plus 4 divided by 7. If you double x, you will get 2x. You're dividing by 7. Notice that you will get a quotient. And then because you have doubled x, the remainder definitely will be 8. But we can get another 7 from here to bring to the quotient. And so the remainder will be 1. So therefore the answer for that will be 1. And that is all you needed to do there.